hear me on I just heard, oh yeah, I get, if everybody who can hear me on TikTok, please drop a one into the comments. Everybody who can hear me on Spotify, Apple Mute, Apple Pod, and everywhere else you're catching the streaming service from, please drop a one. Let me know that y'all can hear it. Holla if you hear me, man. All right, not gonna be before you got long. Man, I supposed to have done this last night. And man, I have been burning the oil on both sides for so long that what happened was, what had happened was, no, I ain't gonna do that one. But what happened, I don't even know what time I fell asleep, family. I really don't. I don't know what time I fell asleep, but I was gone and knocked out. All right. So, but I had promised that I was going to give you guys this game. Now, this is free game drop. I'm going to give you guys 3 businesses. Not only am I going to give you 3 businesses, I'm going to show you these 3 businesses. Now, in the industry or in the world of business, this is what we call these 3 businesses that I'm going to give you guys. These are called evergreen businesses, which simply means an evergreen business is a business that you can run all year long. Let me open up the comments. Okay. Open up the comments. Comments are now open because I want you guys to be able to soak all of this information in. Now, out of these 3 businesses, whichever one of these 3 you choose, these are guaranteed money makers. How do I know they're guaranteed money makers? Because, ladies and gentlemen, I give you guys the exact same place that I run. If you've been following me for any length of time, you already know I don't speak on what I don't know. I only speak on businesses or things that I have intimate knowledge of. I have an intimate knowledge with these 3 businesses. And if you guys have been following for any length of time, you can scroll back through my videos and see how I built them, when I built them, and this is how I know that they are 3 fire money makers. Now, I want y'all to write this down because I want you to fully absorb what I'm about to say right now. I want you to fully absorb what I'm about to say right now. It is easier. And I know this is gonna peel peel most of y'all wigs off, and some of y'all are gonna drop because y'all think that I am just completely making up shit. But I'm gonna show you the numbers. It is completely easier for you to make $28,000 a month. Let me say that again. It's easier for you to make $28,000 a month. That's a 28 and 3 zeros than it is for you to make $5,000 a month. Y'all want me to say it again? Please, please. Don't think that I'm lying. It's a simple question. A 3-letter word. That's a question. See, we are becoming to a society to where somebody says something, your brain automatically goes against the grain and is capped. But nobody ever asks, how? Listen, first of all, let's just use common sense, family. If a person couldn't make $28,000 a month, we wouldn't have any millionaires. See? Hold up. Somebody said something. Give them a shout out, say thanks. All right, thank you guys. It's a long time watching. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. Nobody's had a question yet. First, let's wait. I'm going to tell you when to drop your questions in, because then that way they'll all be grouped together. So let's keep this thing right on rolling. If you couldn't make $28,000 a month, we would not have any millionaires. If you couldn't make, now let's just do the math. 28,000 a month times 10 months is only $280,000 in 10 months. So the last 12 months, you're going to be pushing over 400,000, or right at 400,000, close to 400,000. See, that's 90, 50, 56 on top of 280. That's $338,000 a year. $338,000 a year, if my math is correct. Now, we know that $28,000 a month is easy to make, because we know that there is a tax bracket of people that's making $350,000 a year. So don't say that it's cap, or don't say that it's a lie, when we already know that it's people making $350,000 a year. Y'all ready? Y'all ready for what the business is? Y'all put a 1 in the comment section if y'all already know what this business is, to where you can make $28,000 a month. And now let me shout out to my new clothing. Well, this is not my new clothing line. These are my first run shirts. So if you guys are interested in buying the merch and buying the shirts, please just log in and you can order those shirts here. This one here is, I haven't worn this one in a while, but it says second place. Second place means you are the first one to lose. You're the first one to lose. That's what second place means. I don't strive for second place. I only strive to be the best in what I do. See, in my world, I don't have any competition. That's why I always win. Always win. Because and I got this from Kevin Gates. I don't care what nobody else do. I stay in my lane and I hog it. That's what I do. That's why I know I'm number one in everything that I do. I don't care what you do. I don't care what you don't do. The thing that chaps my hide is when people say that don't work and they ain't even tried it. They haven't started the first thing. Y'all ready for this money, man? I'm waiting for y'all to put a drop of 1, because I'm going to tell you, oh man, I wish TikTok. I might have to move my tripod and let TikTok view the big screen so y'all can see it on TikTok. So when I get ready to show y'all these, I'm going to move my tripod and put y'all on the big screen so y'all can see what these 3 businesses are. Now, first of all, first thing is first. I don't care where you live. I don't care where you live. And there are a lot of people that's going to already say, see, I got like mental telepathy. I can hear your thoughts. And I don't live in no city that's going to make no money like that. This is what always cracks me up about people who say that. Ain't no money like that in my city. Ain't no money in there like my town. I'm in a small town. Who told you that the business has to be in the city that you live in? Somebody talk to me. I thought we was in a society in the country where you can move and go anywhere in the world. Somebody talk back to me. I don't care if you're in a town that got 500 people. Y'all not even a town. Y'all a community. Why are you trying to stay in a community. If you already know ain't no money there, why don't you move your business to the next big city from you? The city that I come from, Gaston, Alabama. Gaston, Alabama is 14.2 square miles in circumference. You can go from the east side to the west side in 15 minutes. And then you're in another city. Same county, but you're in another city. 92,000 people. Now, it's supposed to be a metro area, I think, but it's only a metropolitan area when they count and classify all of the county, because the county is almost a little bit over 175,000. But Gaston, small city. And we got an airport. Ain't that something? We have an airport. But I knew, now at that time, I knew that, well, I thought I did. I thought that I had to move in order for me to make money. Now, that was not completely the case, because my advisor told me, see, because this is my second trip to Florida. And the only reason I really moved back here this time was because I was flying down here 4 times a year, getting fed information. For 6 years, I was flying 4 times a year. Now, here's the funniest part about it. I didn't even know how much I was flying. I didn't even know how much money I was making until you find yourself flying 3 times every 3 months. I was like, where the hell I'm getting all of this damn money from? Where am I getting all this money from? So that told me that all of the information that I was being fed, see, unlike most people, and unlike most of you who probably watching this, I jumped in the deep end without a life jacket. I didn't have a plan B. It was plan A or it was plan A. So this man didn't know me from a can of paint. I didn't know him from a can of paint. You understand me? But he had the lifestyle that I wanted. He living in a house. Well, technically it's a mansion, but he had, I call it a house, because I can buy that same house in Alabama for $400,000 on the river, what he paid $12 million for on the canal in St. Pete. See, and he told me then, he said, you don't have to live here. It will suck all of the life, all of the money out of your business, because the cost of living here is astronomical. We all know that. Florida is Florida is stingy down here, and they act like these folks is on the verge of bankruptcy. They strapped for cash. Man, when I first moved down here, when I first moved here, man, I'm paying $17.50 to live in the hood. I'm paying $17.50 to be in the hood, where I gotta have 2 guns, a shotgun, a dog, and a security system, and burglar bars. And y'all want me to pay $17.50? And then I gotta sleep with one eye open? No. But anyway, y'all go ahead and get your paper and your pen, man. I'm going to start typing these in, because I'm going to move my camera to the TV, TikTok, so y'all can see what I'm doing. And everybody that's on the podcast and on YouTube here, I am going to share my screen with y'all. So to share a screen that I'll be showing to my podcast and to YouTube, you guys will be able to see that same share screen, so you'll know everything that I'm doing. Right? Right. Now, let me get over here. I got to change some stuff out. Log into another system. Well, Because what's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen, is I'm going to show you guys the first business. Now, the very first business, and these don't require you to have a whole lot of skill set. All you got to do is have a hustle. That's all it takes. Is a hustle. All it takes is a get up and do. That's all that it takes is a get up and do. Please, Matter, don't do this to me. All right, they let me in. Okay, so remember password. No, we don't update none of that. Y'all stop letting your computer remember the password. These things is getting out of control. These folks hacking. Oh man, I did not know she passed. Okay. All right, so let's get over here. The first one I'm going to show you guys is, let me get into here. And we're going to do these. Now, the reason why I say these are evergreen businesses is because you can do these all year long. Now, not only am I going to show y'all the business, I'm going to show y'all what they selling for, so you will have an idea. Now, here it is. Again, even if your city is uninterested, the post office, and this is what my advisor told me, the post office and UPS and FedEx go all over the world. So why are you worried about not selling it? It's crazy. You can always move, ladies and gentlemen. You can always move. I'm searching. Now, the first place you want to go to is Marketplace. So if you guys are watching, if you can pull up on a separate laptop or open up a secondary window somewhere, you want to go to Marketplace. Now, y'all are going to see just like I'm showing. So if you can't pull it up, for those of you who are on your phones watching, for those of you who are on your phones watching, you can definitely, man, why didn't I have this already pulled up before? Because it's taking me too long. Y'all bear with me 1 second, please. Bear with me 1 second. I promise I'm going to get y'all this game, man. This is not a freak accident, but I am not, it's not allowing me to pull it up for some reason. So I got to find, I'm going to get there. And now the first thing is, I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all. So what you want to start searching for is infinity tables. Infinity tables. That's what you want to look up, ladies and gentlemen. Now, an infinity table is where we're going to, there it was right there. I was looking at the wrong thing. Infinity mirror tables. There we go, right there. All right. So now I'm going to move this. So let me get back over here. And I'm going to pull this up, y'all. We're going to pull this up. And I'm going to show y'all exactly what we're talking about. So let me share my screen with y'all. Share screen. Now, let me move my tripod over here. I'm just going to move my phone off of this. Y'all stay tuned. Yeah. I'm going to change the camera size around. Let me flip this camera. Flip camera. There we go. See, I tried to tell y'all, man, I got that Lil Wayne thing going on where Lil Wayne has this. I still haven't figured it out how he's doing it at the same time that he's shooting his podcast, but I got this much done. Now, yeah, I know it's a little country because you see my HDMI cable, but I've been trying to call Wayne and say, hey, Wayne, give me this game that you're doing, bro. But Wayne won't answer my phone call for some reason. All right. So let me blow this screen up here. All right. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the infinity table. So TikTok is tuned in and Facebook is tuned in. So now we got everybody here. We got everybody here. Now, so these are the infinity tables, ladies and gentlemen. These tables right here. This is what I have been building for the past 4 months. Now, my tables are a lot different, but you can jazz them up and fix them up any kind of way that you want to. Let me hit this play button so you can see exactly how these work. And we're just going to show you a few of them for the sake of time. I'm just going to show you a few of them for the sake of time. I'm not going to stay in here long, but you'll be able to see just how these operate and work. So let me blow that up and then turn that down. All right. So these are the infinity tables, ladies and gentlemen. Now, you can buy a pre-existing table. Let me pause that. This is what makes it called the infinity table because it looks like it goes on and on and on forever. But this table is only 4 feet tall. It's the illusion of a two-way mirror that's on the top and a solid mirror on the bottom. Now, the light, when it reflects to the bottom mirror, it bounces back up to the top mirror, and it just keeps bouncing light back and forth, which gives it that infinity appeal. Now, this game came out of Hollywood. A lot of the movies where you might have seen where it looks like it's a long hallway. No, it's not a long hallway. It's mirrors. If you're going to a carnival, it's mirrors. Mirrors and light. Now, these particular tables, ladies and gentlemen, this thing right here, I think it was going for, now they have a two-way side because they built it inside of an entertainment table. You can see the side part pieces right there. There's 2 other tables attached to this. Now, the inside lining is wallpaper. And they have 1 light bulb mounted to the side of it. And they actually built a little rope ladder. That rope ladder is only 2 individual ropes tied to those little handles. So it gives it that appearance like you can climb down. This table right here, I think when I saw it in the beginning, you guys can find this on metal. This is on metal. So you can verify all of the truth on social media. These things are moving like hotcakes, ladies and gentlemen, on social media. Let's go to another one. Now, that's another game. I'm going to relay that to y'all in a minute. That's all pallet work. This man built a pergola out of pallets. Now, we'll cover that one on another day because I want you guys to see my pergola after I get it done. Bedroom suits out of pallets. Or this is a living room suit here. Or a sunroom. You can buy the cushions. That's the only thing you spend your money on is the cushions. But you can get the pallets for free. They'll give you pallets free all day long. That's something that's stupid. Let me try to find another video here. This lady here. Another infinity table here. Y'all picking up this game now? Are y'all seeing this game? That's what she's putting the two-way mirror on. That's the light ring. See, now, the two-way mirror is on the top. The solid mirror is on the bottom. There's the illusion, ladies and gentlemen. You don't need a lot of woodworking skills. Now, she actually did something that I didn't pay attention to the first time. She put two-way mirrors on both of them, the top and the bottom. That's different. See, that can save me a lot of money because I've been buying mirrors to put on the bottom. Y'all know how much mirrors cost, man? And I've been going to the cheap store. But since she just showed me that I can put two-way mirror, and I bought the mirror screen from Amazon. I'll go in there and get the mirror screen and the wallpaper in a minute before we log off, so you guys will know that I don't lie to people about making this money. It's too easy. Regardless of where you live, what you do in your city is not going to affect me in mine. This is why I don't care about what other people are talking about. I don't care how much somebody else is making. That ain't got nothing to do with me, because I'm not them and they aren't me. It's a wait for you guys to now. You can start chiming in with your questions here periodically. But ladies and gentlemen, this is how the money is made. An evergreen business. Now, here's the thing. If you have never seen this before, that means you have a whole market in your city, in your town, in your community. Now, the first thing, how I would market this business, I would hit me up either on Marketplace or hit me up a yard sale. Find me a couple of round or square tables that I can. One, I'm looking for free first. I'm going to show you guys how to find free tables tonight. Now, if you can type in free tables with a mirror, that cuts half of your workload in half. Me and free are first cousins. I love me some free. And I'm not talking about 106 and Park. Me and free are best friends. So now let's look at one more, and then we're going to move to the next business. Because I want you, that's what I want to show you. Now, here is another great one. This guy here, now what he's going to do is, see, there's this two-way film. Now, you can buy that grass stuff at Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree. Now, that outside board, you can buy that from, well, actually, he used another mirror, two-way mirror. Now, if I do that and make that side glass, he just didn't put wallpaper in there. I would have ran like there is this board that you can buy from Lowe's. That's why I did mine, because I build my own tables. And I build my own tables out of pallet wood. See, it's not hard, ladies and gentlemen. I bring pallets home, and I got a little rubber hammer or rubber mallet, and I knock those planks off. Sand them all down real good, make them all smooth. And I build my tables out of that. Just reassemble them, same wood. I find me a square mirror, drop that square mirror at the bottom. Now, what I use on the top is, I went to Walmart and I bought 8x24 picture frames. The one that has the little flimsy, clear plastic in them. You can get them at Walmart for $5.12. That's my top mirror that I put the two-way film on. And then I have a real mirror in the bottom. And I got that board. It's a lot of boards you'll see them in people's workshops. What they hang their tools on. You can use a little peg board, but it's a little bit stiff. So make sure that if you're going to use that pegboard, make sure that you screw that thing onto your table tight. If you got a square table, you can also go to Dollar Tree and you can get the foam cork board. It's right over there where the poster boards are. You can use that for your walls, because your walls are going to have wallpaper on it. Simple stuff. Now, some of you ladies who might be watching this, You ladies got to have a little bit more flair for fashion and how to put stuff together. All you got to do is go right to Walmart, go over to that fabric department over there where they sell material to make dresses and stuff at, and you let your creativity take over. While you're in Walmart, go back over there, or while you're in Dollar Tree, when you buy the foam poster board, go over there and buy you some of that little fake grass right now. Now my light came, and you want to buy the tape light, the ribbon LED. I got that from TikTok. Now you can get it cheaper from Temu. you can get a 6-foot ribbon light from Temu for $2.38. The shipping handler was gonna knock you in the head, but you can, if you buy a bunch of them, if you know this is one of your hustles, you can buy a bunch of them, because if you spend over $30, it's free shipping. But now look at it. Let's go to, and I'm saying that was gonna be my last one. But if you see, look now, this woman built a house. Are y'all kidding me, man? How can y'all say that this is hard work? This ain't hard work, man. Simple. There's a wallpaper. There's a square mirror. Look at how she made her life. There's a two-way mirror. Now watch what happens when you turn the light on. Bing! All right, so let's go to the next business. I don't want to stay on that too long. But now y'all see why we call this is an evergreen business. Oh, look at that. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Regular square. Now, this is how mine look when I build them out of the pallets. I wouldn't have stained them on that marble floor, but you know, hey, he a little bit braver than me. Same concept, ladies and gentlemen. Wallpaper, square mirror. There's the LED light. There's the top mirror. Now, the reason why I use two-way film also is because when the light during the day and the lights, I mean, it's light outside, that two-way film prevents you from seeing down through the table. That's only an accent piece when that light comes on. But are y'all gonna tell me y'all can't do this? Are you for real? These tables range anywhere. Now, when y'all start checking this on metal, these tables range anywhere from $135 to $1,200, depending on how much creativity you put into them and depending on what all you do. Now, that's business number one, infinity tables. Now, let's get over here to the other business. The other business is the one that I started on. Hold up. No, it's not that. These are called, again, out of pallets. These are custom mailbox designs. Now, this is what is popping down here in Florida real hard. These right here, ladies and gentlemen. These things right here are killing it all over Florida. It's so many. I started building these. And these are, again, built from pallets. They built from pallets. Let me turn. Let me mute. I don't want it to mute my computer. But anyway, these are built. I built mine, and you can build them several different ways. Now, these things right here start at 100 plus. I mean, crazy. Look at here. If you guys go back to my videos, you will see how I built. Now, I built mine just like this on this style. Pallet wood, free wood. And all you need is some stain or some paint. You can go to any land care business and buy this is what's called the edger. This thing right here. This is an edger. You run that edger around the base of that, and you can put any kind of rocks in it to match the house. Now you can sell that as a set. And y'all picking up what I'm putting down. Now, this person right here, this one here, I think they got one right there too. This is a solar powered light. You can get these. Guess where you can get these solar powered lights at? TikTok and Temu. It don't even cost any electricity. The sun powers it works just like any other thing solar, y'all. This is not hard. Not hard. If you build them, I would get them completely built. This is, y'all can see how they built this thing. Solid piece of wood in the front, solid piece of wood in the back. And then you had a little L shape on the top where the mailbox fit. That's a solid piece of wood. And then they took the planks off of, that's what I do. I took the planks off of the pallet, and that's what I ran across the side. Now, I even went a little lazier. I didn't get the raised numbers. I carved my numbers out. I have a number stencil here that I got from Walmart. I traced that number stencil out on the wood, and I have a wood carving set that I literally physically chiseled out the wood, the number that was in there. I thought I was creative. This is business number 2, evergreen business. I don't care if they don't sell in your town. If you are going to be on market, if you're going to be on social media anyway, why don't you take pictures of them and post them for sale on Marketplace? Do y'all know that it is 4.7 billion people on Facebook alone? That's your market. This is why I say, I know when I said $28,000 a month was a big number, that's because most of you only looking at your area. You have completely overlooked selling on the biggest selling platform in the world. How can you overlook selling on Marketplace? How can you overlook selling on Craigslist? How can you overlook selling on TikTok? Create you a business page on these social media platforms, post your mailbox designs, post your, now that person right there, you know what they did different? They went and bought some wood panel. That's all it is, wood panel. That gray part back there in the back. And put a flower deck out of pallet wood, put some dirt and some flowers. Are y'all kidding me, man? And then look right there on the front of the top, right above the number 1, another solar powered light. So at night, that address is lit up. Are y'all kidding me, man? You kidding me? Now, if you ain't scared to get out there and talk, especially y'all ones that claim y'all a hustler. See, some of y'all ain't no hustlers. Hustling business stuff is different from you out here trying to hustle to a crackhead. Or trying to hustle to somebody you work with, like when y'all come around with them damn Girl Scout cookie brochures. See, when it's about your business, you got to know how to present yourself in business. Just like these people right here. Took a picture, posted it on social media. That's how y'all able to see it. Uh-oh, it's them black folks. Bobby damn. Them some black people in Atlanta, Georgia. And what they did, boy, they spent some money on that base right there. That's tile work. Hold on, let's hear what this man saying.
Next 2 minute questions. The business was great. It was simple. It was an easy process. Came right on time. In about two weeks, completing the job. The mailbox itself is great. You know, I think it's above and beyond my expectations, what I thought it was going to be, and it's outstanding. You know, they came when it was raining, but they got it done. So I appreciate it. We worked in the rain, Mr. Eric. In the rain. And he did a good job. Okay, definitely.
See, ladies and gentlemen, this is what I'm talking about. Even if you don't want to talk to people, look what the folks did. They put a sign up that say, "We build mailboxes." Now, that 251 prefix, they out of Alabama. But they delivered all the way to Atlanta, Georgia. And you sitting up here talking about you can't make no money. These folks moved. I'm glad they came up because that proved exactly what I was saying. If ain't no money in your area, and 251 prefix is in South Alabama, down there below Montgomery. No, Montgomery 334. All right, it's 256. No, that's right. That's 251. They're not in Alabama. 205, 256, and 334 is Alabama. I don't know where the 251 come from. I thought that was Alabama. But at any rate, I thought Atlanta was 770 and 68 something. But y'all, those of y'all who live in that area, y'all know. But this is what I mean. You can move the money. This is what I do. I move with the money at the speed of opportunity. What does that mean? I will take it anywhere. I will make that money anywhere. If I can get there, I'm going with money. I've been doing this for too long, y'all, to sit here. Look at that old plain mailbox. Well, hey, they made it. They made one. But not look at that. Oh, I see, that was my fault. See, I spoke out of turn. The old mailbox. That's the old mailbox. They went from this to that. See, that's what I mean by those LED, not LED, but those solar power lights. As y'all can tell, they all pretty much the same design. They all pretty much the same. Evergreen. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Need a double mailbox. I can't wait to see this one right here. This is for your duplex. Bye, y'all. Great. Great. And you sitting up here telling me, see, that's what he did. Made them, got them lined up, ready to be sent out. And you want to tell me there's no money to be made. All right. Now, let's get on to the last business. Now, these are all these businesses I do myself. This is how I'm able to tell y'all about them. That woman out here wearing flip-flops on. And you mean she's basically showing you how to build it. Look at that. I don't got no wood skills. I ain't got no wood skills. Oh, man, wow. She put that thing on the existing frame. See, the more you learn, the more you know. I was pulling up the old mailbox and digging a whole new hole. And then she just screwed it to the existing mailbox. That's crazy. See, I'm never one of these people that say I know it all. He just showed me a whole new game plan that I can save me a whole lot of time, especially digging and running a whole new post in the ground. That's crazy. Anyway, now let's get to the third one, ladies and gentlemen. These are businesses that can be done in any let me get to this one. Boom. Now, I want to show y'all this because this business I just started. This one right here. Now, this one here.
Look at my 1990s wave runner that I turned into a tiny
skiff.
So I cut the top of the jet ski off and built a flat deck so you can walk all the way around. I put this nice aluminum 4-rod holder on the back that I got off the old center console. Got a nice boat chair on there. There's the console with the original jet ski controls. Up here, I have a GPS controlled smart head trolling motor. And on the sides, I put these stabilizing pontoons. Now,
Stop right there. Mine, I use PVC pipe to make my stabilizing pontoon. The actuators I got from Amazon. Now, the controls, the seat is a regular fishing boat seat, just remounted because you can't use that jet ski seat anymore because I chopped the whole top. Now, I personally went for Sea-Doos and not jet skis. Jet skis are a little bit more expensive, and I didn't go for the wave runners because the wave runners are a little bit more expensive. I hit that Sea-Doo market, and I targeted specifically years 94 through 2000. And I'm going to show y'all how much you can pay for them on social media. I bought 2 Sea-Doos with the trailer for $900. The man, and I did this in a video because the man that owned it, his grandchildren, he bought it for his grandchildren so they can go out there. They were living in Florida. They were living in this town called Hudson, which is right up the road from Tampa. So he bought these Sea-Doos, and they were 1997 Sea-Doos. And what happened was the children stopped coming. The parents moved. So they hadn't been in the water for 2 years. 2 years. those Sea-Doos hadn't been in the water. And I asked him, I said, why so? Now he sold the 2 Sea-Doos and the trailer, which is a dual tandem trailer where you can put both Sea-Doos on there. I said, what's wrong with them? He said they need 2 new tires on the trailer so you can drive them out of here. I said, are you serious? He said, only because they've been sitting up 2 years. They have not been in the water in 2 years. They was running when I parked them. I said, I'll be up there with 2 tires, 2 trailer tires, and come pick them up. $900 with the trailer. $900 with the trailer. Ladies and gentlemen, this game is not hard, man. Now we'll have to get into see that's another Infinity Girl. But anyway, let's get out of this and get back to the there it is. We're gonna get back here. So, and I'm gonna move TikTok back over here. I was going to show y'all how to go on Marketplace and find them, or social media and find them. But then I would be sitting here thinking that y'all are stupid. And y'all are not stupid people, man. You can go on there and type in, you can go on social media and type in those 3 businesses yourself and see how much they're going for. You can go in the Marketplace and type in jet skis or Sea-Doos. It don't matter where they are. It don't matter where they are. only thing you need to be, well, the only thing that I'm concerned with, because now this is how I played my game. This is how I ran my game. I knew I wanted those sea-doos, but I didn't know nothing about being a marine mechanic. So what I did, I went and started, I went and started looking for boat businesses, boat shops that had a mechanic in there. I pulled up on them, said, hey, man, I would like to talk some business with you, but let me take you to lunch. I know it sounds kind of funny, but when people know that you are about business, and he was like, what's up? I said, I need a marine mechanic, but what I want to offer you is far better than just being a mechanic. That's why I need to sit down and talk with you overnight. That's it. It ain't gonna take 30 minutes. And then you get a free meal out of it. You heard me? Now, if you guys have been following me, y'all already know a business meal is 50% off. So I got that money back. But when we sat down, I said, look, I need a marine mechanic to work on a new business that I've already jumped off into. I need to get these sea-doos and these jet skis up and running. I need to keep them up and running. But instead of me hiring you as a mechanic, I want to make you a business partner. And then that way you get to make more money. And then you already know hands-on what to do with these sea-doos. Now, I'm not saying this is going to be millions of dollars right out the gate, but you will be there every step of the way with me to see how the business builds. Now, I only got 2. So while I'm chopping the tops and redesigning the platform, he's working on the motor. That's it. And then when the actuators came in, he didn't want to show me where to put them at. He got all of this intimate knowledge about marine mechanics. He the one told me, he said, man, look, he said, if you want a little bit more stabilizing, because initially I was going to buy the 4-inch PVC. He said, you need to get an 8. He said, these sea-doos and these jet skis, they really don't have no stabilization on them because they meant to constantly run. So when they stopped in one place, especially the old school ones, them things is like a buoy out there. So he said, if you get some 8-inch PVCs and make them just a foot longer than the actual sea-doo itself, he said, man, he said, the actuators, now here's the thing, even if people want to get out there and just be cutting them up and doing all of the spins and all that kind of stuff, all you gotta do is turn the actuator knob and it pulls those PVC pipes up. But if you want to fish, and that was my market, ladies and gentlemen, my market was the fishermen who don't have a boat. That was my market. And I found my market on social media. Facebook is the GOAT. And I'm telling you why Facebook is the GOAT. Facebook is the GOAT because the people who have the money to spend are parents at my age. That 52, that 45 to 65 age. Grandma, grandpa still got a little bit of gas left in the tank. They still can get out there on jet ski. Now, here's the funny part about it. I can't swim. I'm not getting my ass out there on no damn jet ski. That's why I got somebody to go out there and do it. I don't care how many life jackets you got on. You're not winning against all of those billions of gallons of water. Now, luckily, I happen to be in a city now to where we got the Tampa Bay, we got the Gulf Coast on one side, and then we got the Atlantic on the other side. Now, I'm also in a city that has a lot of tourists. So instead of people paying ungodly amount of money to be on a pontoon creeper out there in the bay, they can have a lot more fun out there on the on the skiffs. Now we don't call them jet ski, we don't call them sea-doo. It's a fishing skiff. The exact same setup that this guy did, I did the exact same. Now I saved myself a whole lot of money because I can tear some stuff up. I went and bought a Sawzall from Harbor Freight, and that sea-doo is made out of fiberglass. I took me some painter's tape or masking tape, and I taped off where I wanted to cut all the way around the top of it. Whatever I can unscrew, I can unscrew. And then I took that Sawzall. I took me a drill, drilled me a hole so I could get my Sawzall in there, and I put that Sharpie on there so it'd be a straight line. And I took that Sawzall and went all the way around top of that thing. Top popped up like a hat. That allowed him to get in there and do all the work on the motor. Replaced all the belts, replaced all the hoses, replaced anything that needs to be greased and re-oiled. That got done. Remember, it's been sitting out of water for 2 years. Any salt damage that was in there, took a pressure washer, pressure washed it all out, looked for any cracks or holes in the hull, in the bottom. Because once you get them put back together, but here, I'm getting ahead of myself. Went over to Lowe's and found the vinyl decking. Lowe's, the vinyl decking. It made with that flat top bottom. I can build wood. I can work with wood. That was not the problem. I didn't know how to do fiberglass, but he knew. Remade the console, wrapped that wood in the fiberglass, got it all waterproof, resealed, re-put back together. Boom. Now, see, he's invested just like I am because he can see. He wanted to see what the final. He said, man, I ain't never seen nothing like this a day in my life, man. And I said, he asked me, which was a legitimate question. He said, how are we going to make money off of these? We're going to target fishing people who don't have a boat. Everybody knows, even if you've been fishing 1 or 2 days in your life, the fish are out there in the water. You got to get out there where the fish at. You don't catch so many fish around the bank. You can get out there in the water. Now, what I did a step further was, because I'm in a tourist city, I put 4 fishing rods on the back of it. I don't know what's out here in the bay. I don't know what's out there in the Gulf. So I put 2 rods, well, all the rods got different test lines on them. There is a cooler on there, a styrofoam cooler that's mounted on there. So if they want to, they can put ice. They put their own ice in there. They keep the fish on ice. On the other side, you got a tackle box, and you got a little bitty cup if you want live bait. Oh, that's built onto the skiff. So when these people come from out of town, they got rods on the skiff. $125 an hour. Yeah, I said that right. $125 an hour. Now I got 8 other businesses now because that fishing skiff made 9. I haven't even turned the mailbox design and the infinity tables into a business yet. But that's going to be a combined one business. So I haven't did that one yet. So the fishing boat skiff is my 9th company I've started. And I told y'all why I start businesses. every year. I don't want to pay taxes on money that I've made. So what do? Instead of me taking money out of the business and paying taxes on it, that's earned income, I take the money and I start another business and I invest that money as investing capital into the new business. That's how I only pay $200 a year in taxes. Is that fair? Yeah, because I know how to do it. It's only unfair to those who don't know how to do it, and that's why they mad. You need to pay your fair share in taxes. Shut up. Miss me with this shenanigans, man. Because if you knew what I know, you wouldn't be paying it either. Miss me with the shenanigans. There is nothing in the law that says you have to earn an income. See, the thing is, now, yes it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Let me stop right there before somebody think they smart than the average bear and they come up with something that they done found on Google. The IRS says fair compensation. Fair. As a 1099 contract worker, what I think is fair is a company pays my bills. I will contract work for you if y'all cover my bills. See, that's the part of my training course called Other People's Money. Other people's money pay for my livelihood. So this is how I'm able to live like I want to live because I've contracted that. Now, anybody that has a business, your business, your bills. And if you sat down and cut out a lot of the extra BS that y'all do, if you was just to add up your bills and then add up your weekly paychecks, or however you get paid, I guarantee your bills are gonna be less than what you make every month. But you ain't gonna never see it because y'all take y'all extra money and go spend it on bull junk. I don't. I'm 52, going on 53. Damn it, I done had enough fun. It's time for me to make some money now. Yeah. I don't need to go out there in the streets. I don't need to be outside. If I ain't making no money, I'm not outside. Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Now here's the breakdown. Those skills, just two, those skills, and the only reason why I'm adding more, the ideal number is 6. Because most people who are on vacation, they're traveling as a family. Now, even those who got 2, that's cool. But most people, they got friends that they are going on vacation with. So even if it's a male and a female couple, they are on vacation with another male and female couple. So that's 4. $125 an hour. Most people ain't going out there no more than an hour. Not in this Florida heat. Even on the water. Because it's hot out there on that water. Now, my guy is out there, not the mechanic. That's my business partner. I hired a guy to go out there and sit at that dock all day for 12 hours. And I pay him $1,000 a week. Pay him $1,000 a week. And I hired him as a 1099, showed him how to do it so he can pay his own taxes. I'm not paying nobody taxes. He pays his own. So if he don't pay, that's him getting in trouble, not me. I got a record that I wrote him a check. $1,000 a week for him to sit out there, drop them skiffs in the water, put them back on the trailer. It's my job to keep them rented. So now, out of 12 hours, out of 10 hours, let's just say they only rented for 8 out of 10. That's rational, reasonable thinking. That's 125. 250 times 8. And it's my job to make sure that them things get somebody, but they need to be in the water every hour. All the time they come out of the water to put gas in. Put gas in. Or if something's wrong with them. Y'all hang on TikTok. I'm coming right back to y'all. Oh, I just missed this thing. I hate this little puzzle capture thing. There we go. All right, TikTok, y'all back. So here we go. $125 an hour. That's $250 because it's 2. That's $250 every hour for 8 hours. Simple mathematics, y'all. I ain't got to do the math for you. And I am open 7 days a week. Because on Sunday, down here, it's people out there in that water. It's people out there in that water. Now you can see that it's easy. If you need to make $28,000 a month, you need to break that down. First, you need to divide that by 4 weeks. That's $7,000 a week. Then you divide that $7,000 a week by 7. That means you need to make $700. No, I told y'all wrong. You need to make $1,000 a day. See how we use the math? Now it's starting out to seem easy. So now you need to make $1,000 a day, and we out there for 10 hours out the day. So now you divide 1,000 by 10. I need to make $100 an hour. This is how y'all know I got that price point at $125 an hour, because not only am I gonna make my $28,000, I got money to pay him that this still didn't come out my pocket. Y'all see how this works? We open up doors for y'all questions, man. Open up doors for y'all questions. Because the only reason that this game will not work for you is if you don't work it. And if you don't, stop looking at stuff as a hustle. A hustle means you're going to half-ass do it. That's my side hustle. I ain't got nothing on the side. Everything I turn is a business. I don't even have side chicks. Either you in or you ain't. Period. That's why I told y'all at the top of this podcast, at the top of this live, I said, I didn't have a plan B. My plan A had to work. I look at that in every aspect of my life. My plan A got to work. Y'all stand by. Now, I told you guys I was going to show y'all. See, this is the LED tape. Temu or TikTok. It don't matter where you get it from. Go for the cheapest one. First, build yourself one just to see how easy it is to build. That's it. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not hard. And I got 2 of them. 2 separate colors. One is that soft yellow. The other one is a blue. Because now, I don't know what my customers want. Some people, if they some people, I know how people decorate. There's my 2-way film off Amazon. 25 yards. Now, how many 12 by 24 18 by 24 mirrors, I can make out of 25 yards. 25 yards. Man, come on, man. Stop playing with me. 25 yards. Y'all see how big that is? I can make a lot of mirrors. See, I don't tell people to do stuff that I'm not already doing. Uh-oh, here we go. What's that? That's that brick wallpaper. I don't be playing. That's that brick wallpaper. See, people be thinking, some of these folks that be on social media that be out here taking y'all money, they ain't real, y'all. They're not telling y'all the real deal. They're not telling y'all the real deal. Because they don't live what they talking. Uh-oh. See that two-way film? Y'all see that mirror part right there? Two-way film? That's the mirror. This one here was a little shorter because I got several different designs of tables. All of this stuff comes off of Amazon. I got enough two-way film with 25 yards here. I can get, oh man, y'all do the math. And as you can see, my wallpaper, this is 50 yards. 50 yards. I don't ever have to buy any more two-way film and wallpaper. I'm going to have to get more lights. Now, let's just say you got one simple design infinity table. Just one simple design, 18 by 24. It's 18 inches wide, 24 inches long. That's a foot and a half wide, and 2 feet long. That's it. And you got them all decked out, ready to rock and roll, and you sold them. Your wood is free. You bought your two-way film and your wallpaper one time, and you buying these lights right here for $2.38. You get 10 of these, that's $12. All in, ladies and gentlemen. All in. You got $25 all in. Everything else is free. The wood free. But what about the nails and stuff? Man, boy, if you're going to sit here and $30, you can get a box of finishing nails at Lowe's for $5.72. I just went there this morning. Not this morning, but today. That was because I had to get some finishing nails to finish building my pergola. Now, you ain't got to get finishing nails. You want to get paneling nails because that wood that's on the pallet, you don't want to split it and break it up. So you want to use paneling nails. The nails that they use in a trailer, a mobile home. Them little short, skinny ones. And then get you some wood glue, preferably liquid nails. Even if you're doing the mailbox design, you want liquid nails. You run you a bead of liquid nails down, then you put your nails in there. That thing ain't gonna come apart no time soon. You got your infinity tables. Let's just say, all right, out of all that material, we already broke the map down. You need to sell 10 a day. That's $750 a day. Times 7. $1,500 for the week. Now you ain't gonna hit 28,000, not with that business. But guess what would happen if you did all three of them? Guess what happens if you did all three of them? One business you bringing in $6,000 a month, just off the infinity tables, and then you got another $6,000 a month coming in off of the daggone mailbox design. That's $12K right there. If you just didn't improve your livelihood right then. And then here's the greatest part about it. When you start saving on your receipts and you write them off as a business expense, when you file your business taxes, you make that money back. You get that money back. See why I love this thing. This is why I'm dedicated to it. I don't care how much. Look, if y'all make more money than me, man, hats off to you. I'm glad that I was able to put something in your heart that lit up, like Jeremiah, like the book in the Bible says, Jeremiah said it was like fire shut up in my bones. If I can make you jump and twist by changing your lifestyle, and I do this for everybody, and you know, I'm a man, people don't even give me a thank you. They don't even buy me a cup of coffee. But the more money that I can help other people make, that's the less that's the less people that's gonna try to borrow anything from me. That's why I look the way I look. I look this way because it's still more broke people out here in this world that still trying to get you to loan them money. I ain't loaning nobody nothing. I'm sorry. You can say what you want to about me. It's too easy to be out here making this money. You can make $200 a week picking up cans. Now, Friday, and I'm getting ready to get off here, since nobody had any questions. Anybody have any questions? I don't see anybody with any questions. Anybody got any questions? I'm just seeing long-time watchers. I don't see anybody commenting. I can't even find the comments on this thing for people who be saying anything. I can't. Anybody have any questions? I'm going back through my TikTok to see if anybody have any questions. Now, there are a lot of people who are watching and eyeballing, but nobody have building. Okay, so AI kicked it in and told y'all about the do-it-yourself inventing tables with mirrors and patterns. See, you can't even talk free game no more for real because AI be ear hustling and picking up your stuff. But hey, I don't mind. Y'all see this man showcasing DIY projects like pallet. But AI is something serious. But hey, check it out. If doing this, ladies and gentlemen, is easy. Set yourself up properly and correctly. A business license doesn't mean that you are a legit business. That just gives you permission to open a business. Now, you can turn any of these ideas into a legitimate business. What my coaching program does, my coaching program shows you how to do it. I can show you how to be in business up and running in 1 hour for $70. That's not what you pay me. That's your fees to the government. You will have your EIN number. You will have your LLC registration. You will have all of, let's put it like this. You will have all of your articles of operation in 1 hour. So the very next day, all you got to do is go to the bank and open you up a business bank account. I'm just going to drop this feather in y'all hat as an extra additive, and then I'm gone. Once you open up your business bank account, you can close your personal account out and then redeposit all of your personal money into the business. Somebody going to say, why would I do that? Who owns the business? See, I don't teach people how. I stopped teaching folks how to do the private thing and all of that stuff. I just started teaching people how to disappear. I just started teaching people how to disappear. I'll show you how to disappear your income. I'll show you how to disappear your your address. I'll show you how to disappear your phone number. I'll show you how to disappear your car registration, your tag. I'll show you how to disappear from all bills. So if you disappear from all bills, don't that make you private? Yeah, come on, y'all. I love it. Look, there's a difference. Mr. Farrakhan told us a long time ago, we need to study WYT people. We need to study them. And one thing about wealthy YT people, they're not operating in no private. I'm talking about the ones that's on social media. That's cool that they're doing that. I'm talking about what? Do y'all think Elon Musk is operating in the private? No, it's certain things that he established and create that are private without having to change his national status and get the long form, all this other kind of stuff. See, that's the part of the game that anybody's talking to you about. How do I do it without having to do it? How do I become private without losing my 14th Amendment? 14th Amendment means you are no longer a citizen of the United States. Some of y'all not going to leave the United States. I don't care nothing about staying here or leaving here. I can leave anytime I want to and go to any country that I want to. See, oh man, let's get up into a whole different topic. We'll probably cover that in the next week or so. Because y'all, there are countries that are offering free citizenship. Y'all see how this country is going in the toilet? Ain't nothing getting better. Now, the ones who supposedly went in to drain the swamp have become a part of the swamp. They doing more covering up than any Democrat did. That make sense. And it's supposed to be better. How is the country better? I'm paying $6 a gallon on diesel fuel. How is it better? Now, I'm thinking about y'all because I don't have a lot of the debts and the burdens that y'all have because I disappeared years ago. And everything that I spend money on, yeah, I get it back. But that still don't negate the fact that I got to pay for it when I get it. So I got to pay $6 a gallon for diesel fuel. Yeah, I'm going to get it back in the end. But that still don't mean that it don't hurt. Y'all remember when I told y'all they was charging me them tariffs on the Louis Vuitton material? On the, well, it was more than that. I still haven't gotten my white Louis Vuitton material yet. That's the only one that I'm missing. And they charged me tariffs. They took it out the main box and shipped it to me in individual FedEx packages and charged me tariffs on each half of designer material. And now I got to file paperwork to get back my tariff money. See, well, this country is ass backwards. That money's supposed to be coming to me anyway. As what he said I've been getting that money back. We're going to make so much money off these tariffs, people are going to be begging. Now, I got to apply to get my tariff money back. And I'm saying, how long they going to make me wait? Y'all know the government ain't never on time. They can't even get the damn mail out on time. Remember he said y'all going to get them big returns on the income tax shit? Yeah, y'all ain't got them yet. But anyway, there are countries out there that will give you free citizenship just to keep their country going. Do y'all know that you can get a penthouse suite in Thailand? A penthouse, fully furnished. Keep that in mind now. You got a fully brand new apartment with brand new furniture. They change the furniture out every time somebody moves. It ain't like you moving into one of these crack motels. Now, you get all new furniture, all new appliances every time somebody moves in. A penthouse in Thailand is $700 a month rent. But y'all want to stay in the country and keep begging people to give you affordable housing. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You can eat at a five-star restaurant in Vietnam, which is the second most tourist country in the world. The second largest tourist attraction in the world is in Vietnam. The country that we went and tore the hell up out of in the Vietnam War is now become the second most tourists to. 5-star hotels, 5-star restaurants, $12. Are you kidding me? But y'all want to stay in the country and still argue about being treated fair and affordable. And they going up on your groceries like crazy. $12 at a 5-star? And you got real fruit that ain't HMO or GMO. You got a real fruit that ain't got GMOs. Real fruit. Real beef. Not that McDonald's beef that if you leave it outside for a week, it still look the exact same as if you bought it. Are you kidding me? How can McDonald's claim to serve 2 billion people a day and you ain't got 2 billion damn cows in a year? Y'all make it make sense. This is why I tell y'all, man, make your money and disappear. Making money is not hard. And money is not your problem. Money ain't nobody's problem. Money is easy to make. Money is a byproduct of the work you put in. You're not making any money because you don't put no work in. If you putting in 8, 10, 12 hours for a job, why you won't put that kind of time in for yourself? Think about that, ladies and gentlemen. How much money are you making your boss at 8, 10, 12 hours a day? Now, whatever he paying you, imagine if you put that kind of money into yourself and into your own business. Somebody told me once, man, everybody don't have no business, man. Everybody don't need no business. That is the truest shit I've ever heard. And I stopped teaching that anybody can do this. Now, let me tell y'all, anybody can do it. Everybody should. Because some people are just built to be employees. Some people are just built that way. And we need them. I needed them. That's why I hired him. Now, for him to sit in his truck and drop boats and take boats in and out the water, I think $1,000 was good enough money. And he's sitting in the AC. That's what I'm saying. But he don't have no mind to be a boss. He snapped that. He heard that $1,000, man. I said, dude, all I got to pay you is $1,000. Man, I'll take it. I'll lay down. Hey, man. See, that's why everybody ain't cut to be a boss. I don't know what type of situation you living in, but listen, let me tell you something. To live in the state of Florida, the state number to live decent, hold up, stop now. Just to live decent in the state of Florida is $85,000 to $125,000. Come on now, y'all walk with me. $1,000 a week is $4,000 a month. That's $48,000 a year. I don't know what the hell he's staying at, but he is way below the state average. He's less than half. And I'm just like, damn, bro. He jumped on that. He jumped on that $1,000 a week so quick. But see, that's what I mean. Everybody not made to be a boss. Everybody can't do this life. And whatever your plan is, or whatever, which one of these 3 games you want to take, your first goal should be to match what you're making now on the job. That should be your first goal. I don't care how much money you make. Your first goal should be to match that. And then you want to work that 1 year after you match it, after you hit that number, and you start making the same. So if you're making $27 an hour, and let's just say by a day, if you're making $500 a day, your first goal is to make $500 a day in your business. You work that for 1 year, and you keep putting the money back. The job is already paying your livelihood like it always has. And you put back all the money from your business for 1 year. Now, when you walk away from the business, you got 1 year's salary in the bank. Now you ain't got to split your time between the business and your job. You can put all of your attention into your business. Now, this is where you want to work on the double up. Because you ain't got to go get that business 8, 10, 12 hours. I'm going to put 8, 10, 12 hours in my own business. And this is what we call scaling. I got to scale this thing up. So if I'm doing $500 a day, when I leave the job, I need to do $1,000 a day. Now you got a year's salary in the bank. So all your bills going to be paid if you're doing it right. This is the third year. Now the third year, you're working on the double up. Now you put that same $500 back into, I got this game from Grant Cardone. It's called a 40-40-20. 40% goes to the business taxes, 40% goes back into the business, and you live off of 20%. So now you don't need no damn bank loan. You're putting 40% back into your business. You ball out on the 20%. All your bills paid. You debt free. If you played this right, you debt free. Your business got operating capital to keep buying materials and ramp up production, and you ball out on the 20%. Man, 20% ain't no money. If your business making $28,000 a month, 20% is a lot of money. Don't tell me 10% is $2,800. Another 10% of that is $5,600. You mean to tell me you can't ball out on $5,600? If you telling me you can't ball out on 20%, you need to keep working. You ain't gonna never have nothing no way. This is why y'all listen to me, man. I give you the good, the bad, the ugly, and the best. I give y'all the information that you need in order to help you be a little bit more successful. If don't nobody have no questions, I'm finna run this game out. I feel it, man. I'm gonna log off of TikTok. There's gonna be a whole slew of questions on there, and I'm not even gonna answer because I'll see y'all on the next one. Yo, what's happening?
What's good?
Everything great on my end. What's on you?
Everything good over here.
All right, I'm closing now, bro. Have a great night.
You too.
That was weird. That was weird.